Have you ever stayed in a hotel that just didn't feel right? This is the story of a couple from Thailand who went on a dream vacation to Tokyo and accidentally booked a stay at one of the most haunted hotels in Japan. They didn't know it then, but from the moment they stepped into that room, something was already watching. The trip had started like any other. The husband had planned everything: flights, itinerary, and a hotel in Ikebukuro. A 4-star hotel, mind you. Right in the middle of the city, with shops, restaurants, and an airport bus that stopped at the front door. Perfect. They arrived on an early morning flight, excited but exhausted. Too early to check in, they spent hours shopping nearby. By the time they returned, arms full of bags, their room was finally ready. Now, coming from a culture with strong spiritual beliefs, the wife did something she always does before entering a new space. She rang the bell, knocked on the door, and softly said, "Excuse us for entering." She checked the bathroom, flushed the toilet, turned on the sink, and opened every drawer. No holy books. No charms. Nothing to worry about. But something felt off. The room was long and narrow. The air felt heavy. Claustrophobic. She brushed it off as fatigue. But not long after stepping inside, her head began to throb. A splitting headache out of nowhere. Oddly enough, the moment she stepped back outside into the bustling Tokyo streets, the headache vanished. That night, she expected to collapse into sleep. But the headache returned, sharp and pounding. She was so tired her body begged for rest, but her mind wouldn't shut off. She finally took a painkiller and drifted off. The next morning came with a new symptom: dizziness. For a moment, she thought there was an earthquake. The bed had been shaking. But her husband? He felt nothing. Totally calm. She brushed it off. Again. That second night, things escalated. Back in the room, she started feeling nauseous. She dry-heaved for what felt like forever, but nothing came out. Her husband laughed. Too much sushi? She didn't answer. She just wanted to lie down. But as soon as she did, the bed shook. This time more violently. She shot up and said, "It's an earthquake, check the news." He turned on the TV. Switched channels. Nothing. Not a single alert. "I know what I felt," she said. That night, her husband started saying strange things in his sleep. "Don't come near me. Get away." He tossed. Turned. Flailing like he was fighting something off. She woke him up. Annoyed. "What's wrong with you?" He opened his eyes, looked at her, and in a flat, sleepy voice said, "There's a woman sitting at the edge of your bed. She's staring at you." She froze. Turned slowly toward her side of the bed. Nothing. And just like that, he rolled over and went back to sleep. Needless to say, she didn't sleep at all that night. The third night, she felt better during the day and hoped it was all just stress. But just past 2 a.m., as she lay awake, it began again. Tap, tap, tap. A slow, rhythmic clicking. Like someone tapping on pipes. Or metal. It wasn't loud, but it was constant. She checked everything, the fridge, the AC, even the bathroom. No source. Nothing moved. She covered her ears. Still, the tapping continued. She didn't sleep at all that night either. Then came their final night. And the worst experience of them all. Around 5 a.m., she lay in bed, facing away from her husband. Still wide awake. That's when she heard it. A deep, male voice right next to her ear whispered something. She didn't understand the language. It wasn't Thai. It wasn't Japanese. But it was terrifyingly close. Like someone was inches from her face. She froze. Didn't dare turn around. Then, she felt it. 3 cold fingers brushing across her bare foot. She yanked her leg back into the blanket, heart racing. Moments later, she felt a hand. A cold hand slowly stroking her hair. From the top of her head, down her neck, over her back. She wanted to scream. To run. To fight. But she couldn't move. She was paralyzed. Her body wouldn't respond. It was like something or someone was holding her down. She fought with every bit of willpower until finally, she snapped awake. Gasping. Drenched in sweat. She looked at her phone. Just past 6 a.m. They were scheduled to check out later that morning. She didn't care. She shook her husband awake, packed their things, and ran out of that room. At the airport, she tried to shake it off. But something felt unfinished. So, she opened her phone and typed in the name of the hotel. And the first autocomplete suggestion was haunted. She started reading. That hotel in Ikebukuro? It was built on the site of the former Sugamo prison, a war crimes facility used after World War II. Over 60 prisoners were executed by hanging right there. The building had been demolished in the 1970s. But many believed the spirits never left. She found post after post. Guests who saw soldiers walking through closets. Children laughing and running down hallways. The exact same tapping sound she heard. Believed to be the sound of execution mechanisms. Echoing through time. Some even said the building looked like a giant tombstone. And the rooms? Narrow, confined, shaped like coffins. That's exactly how she described their room on day 1. Then she remembered the photos she took from the window. When she checked, she noticed something strange. A few pictures had strange distorted lines across the bottom. Like something was blocking the lens. She had no memory of anything being there. The images gave her chills. She deleted them immediately. Back home in Bangkok, both she and her husband came down with high fevers. Coincidence? Maybe. But after visiting a temple and performing a spiritual cleansing, their symptoms began to fade. Reflecting on the trip, she asked her husband, "Why did you pick that hotel?" He replied, "Great location. Great price. 4 stars. How was I supposed to know it was haunted?" Now, they know better. Next time they book a hotel, they'll check more than the reviews and amenities. Because in Japan, even a luxury hotel might come with uninvited guests.